Hi guys, it's Elisa, and holy crap, I've been getting a lot of requests. I literally have like 6 or 7 waiting for me right now in my emails, in my Instagram messages, in my Twitter DMs. Like, they're just kind of like spread out all over the place. And I'm in college and I'm very busy. I also work a job, so I don't really have time to do them kind of like instantly. So if you have like an emergency, I'm not the emergency kind of responder just because I do have a life of my own. But I do try to help people as quickly as I can. So I'm going to respond to the first request I got, and then I'm going to work my way through because I have the door to myself for the rest of the day. So this one says, before I read, I have really bad asthma. Like, it just like got really, really bad a couple months ago. Or no, I was diagnosed with it a couple months ago, but the past few days it's been awful. Like yesterday I went to the hospital, got a chest x-ray. I have to get a blow test done. It's called a spirometry. I don't know what the heck it's called. But starts with the S something. But I have to take 2 inhalers, one set of steroids, 1 set of antibiotics, and 2 like allergy medications, just because my lungs are really weak and they're pretty sure I have pneumonia, but I don't know, they just said it was like really severe bronchitis and asthma and probably pneumonia, so I have to get that checked out. So if I like cough a lot or have like a hard time breathing, that's what's going on. It's really challenging to deal with. So this is like a long email, so I might have to take some breathing breaks. But this says, "Hi Lisa, I have a question. My ex-boyfriend broke up with me a couple of months ago. He deleted me off of everything, but still continued to text me. The first couple of months I was always texting back because I missed him and obviously I wanted him back, but he would never come back. So finally I decided to initiate some kind of no contact method, and I haven't talked to him in about a month. I feel like I've been doing a lot better. I think this is healthy, and for the first time in a while I feel like I'm finally moving on. I'm always going to love him, of course, because we were together for a year. For some reason his friends keep reaching out to me though. 2 of them have been Snapchatting me, and one of them actually texted me the other day, not to mention his sister added me on Facebook. She originally unfriended me after the breakup, but the other day she re-added me. All of this has happened since I dropped him. He hasn't tried reaching out to me himself. What the heck is going on? I'm so confused. Should I talk to him and get this straightened out, or do you think this is all mere coincidence? Your videos are honestly so helpful. You're very smart for being as young as you are, and you're helping a lot of people by doing what you're doing. Thank you for everything." Oh, you're welcome. Thank you. Okay. This video is going to be very short and blatant because there's an obvious answer to this. Oh, guys, I think my hair is growing. That makes me so happy. If y'all don't know, I used to have like extremely long hair. I cut it off to like, I think right here. Or like right here. I don't know. But like, I literally have like a measuring chart on my wall. And I have my roommates measure it like once a week because I regret it. But it's okay. So, clearly, he is sending people after you because he wants you back, but he doesn't fully want you back. If somebody truly wants you back, they will not send their friends after you. They will not send their sister after you. They will not snoop on you. They won't kind of put one foot in the door and like see what you're doing. No, if someone truly wants you back for who you are, and they want your relationship back, and they want that love back, and they want that spark back, they will come back completely as a person and not barely. And that's something that I've been telling myself lately, because I've been receiving like mixed signals from my ex, and maybe I'm overthinking them. The past couple months I've been training myself not to overthink, because like that's like my fatality is like thinking way too much into things. But the past couple months I've literally just like, if something happens, I don't read into it anymore. I'm just like, okay, that happened. Like, and so a lot of like things have like just really stupid, small, insignificant things have been happening. And you know, if this was me a couple months ago, I would have been like, oh my god, like this means this according to this and blah blah blah. Like no, if this happened, it just means that happened. And even if it's not the truth, you have to train yourself to believe that if something happened and there could be a deeper meaning, that there's not, because you're leading yourself on by thinking that there's a deeper meaning. But where was I going with that point? Oh yeah. Anyways, I have to keep telling myself that if he ever decided he wanted me back, which I pray to God he never comes to that realization, but if he does, he doesn't come back to me because he's smarter than that. He will come back to me completely, like fully present me like with flowers at my door, like I made the biggest mistake of my life, this is where it's at. This is where my heart's at. This is where I need to be. And I'm not going to settle. Well, if you say no, I'll understand. But, like, I love you. I'm in love with you. And you're the one I'm meant to be with. He wants you back, but it's not that kind of wanting back. There's two kinds of wanting back. There's the wanting back where it's like a temporary phase where it's like, I want her back because I have no one to talk to. I want her back because I miss sex. I want her back because I miss all the attention. I want her back because I miss having someone to go out with every weekend. Like, there's that. And then there's, I want her back because I'm head over heels in love with her. And I'm stupid for thinking that it's ever going to work out with anyone else when my heart lies in this person. And no matter how often I try to convince myself that that's not true, it's the truth. I love you, and I hate that I love you because it's going to be a lot of work to make this relationship get back together. But you're who I want. This is what I want. You're the one who I want to marry, and this is where it's at. Those are the two kinds of wanting backs. He's definitely not on this side. Otherwise, he would have been back. He would have been at your door. He would have had flowers. And that's not to say that's not going to happen. Maybe in a year it'll happen. Maybe in 10 years it'll happen. I'm not God. I can't determine y'all's fate. But as of right now, the kind of attention that he's giving you just signals that he isn't coping with you cutting him off very well. He's not dealing with it fine. And, you know, he's so used to you responding to him all the time. He's so used to having you to talk to or having you to vent to. And he's so used to texting you saying, hey, I know, like, we're exes, but I still want your attention. And you'll be like, yeah, okay, let me give it to you. And finally, you drew the line. You were like, no, if you can't have all of me, you don't deserve a part of me. You stood up for yourself, in which I'm very proud of you for doing that. But he doesn't like that you did that. So therefore, he's reacting. He's reacting by sending his friends after you. He's reacting by sending possibly his sister after you, which is very strange. He's probably using his sister to spy on you or his friends because, you know, he blocked you and he wants you to think that he's okay, but he's not. That's fine. You know, I've learned a lot about guys since my breakup because I've worked with so many people when it comes to relationships. I've grown close to so many people. Like, I literally helped 2 boys down the hall with relationships. Like, I am literally a certified counselor, basically. And, the male mind used to be, like, such a big mystery to me, and in a way it still is, but I've got a lot of it figured out, and basically 99% of the faces that they put on is bullshit. You know, you can be the most convincing person that you're okay and that you're over something, but I can just tell by some boys that they're not okay. They're not okay. That's fine. You know, keep acting like you're okay. Keep acting like you're moved on, that you're doing fine, that you found a new girl. Good for you. It's not going to last. But that's not the truth. Like, I don't know, God gave me a very, very, very creative mind. I don't want to say intellectual mind because, like, I think it's left brain than right brain. Like, I just see things that people don't see. I know that sounds, like, super, super, like, trippy, but I just, like, analyze things very differently than people. And the way I'm analyzing this is that, like, he's in pain. And he definitely loves you, but I don't think he's in love with you. Because if he was in love with you, he would have been back. Like, legit been back. Not like, hey, John, can you, like, check on her and see if she's okay, if she's dating someone new? Like, no. I mean, if it was really something to be concerned about, he would make sure that, like, he would put himself into your life completely rather than just, like, sticking a foot through the door and saying, hey, don't forget about me. So what you need to do, I personally think you need to remove his friends because the sentence that really, like, stuck out to me was when you said, for the first time in a long time, I feel like I'm finally ready to move on. That implies that you're actually trying to move on, which is really good. Most girls are like, oh, we were together for a year, I'm never going to move on, I don't want to move on, he has my heart. But you're like, no, I want to move on. So since you want to move on, you need to delete his friends. If you think that'll help. If you think it'll, like, impede on your moving on process and your healing process, then you need to delete them. But if you think it won't, like, affect anything, then keep them. But I don't know, like, it helped me a lot when my ex's friends and we removed each other off of social media because I didn't want to see what my ex was doing. Not because it hurt me, but just because it wasn't my business anymore. You know, it was no longer my business to see who he was with or what he was doing. And I knew that, like, a lot of it was just going to be an act for the first few weeks. You know, after, like, my breakup, I had my girlfriends document me doing some crazy shit. And now I'm at the point where it's like, what's the point? Like, what does it matter what he thinks? So if you're adamant about moving on, delete his friends. Delete his friends, delete the sister, and focus on yourself, because I promise that'll be... You need to take every outlet he has to you and eliminate them. If y'all block each other off of all social media, perfect. Since social media is covered, what about the family? Is the family all blocked? Are the friends all blocked? Like, make sure there's absolutely no loopholes that he can get in. I just, this past week, cleared up my final loophole with my ex, and we've been broken up for 8 months. Final loophole. Like, how crazy is that? Like, it takes a very long time to clear up loopholes. And you said y'all have only been broken up for a couple of months, so I don't expect you to, like, clear all the loopholes right now. But the difference between me and you was I wasn't willing to move on. Like, I spent the first many months of our relationship dwelling on him coming back. And I wanted to leave those loopholes because I wanted him to come back. But you sound like you want to move on, so therefore you should clear the loopholes, or not clear them, like, block them before, like, I don't know, this turns into an even worse situation. So, bottom line, he misses you. He's not dealing with this no contact well. He's freaking out because he's finally being hit with the realization that he lost you for good. And, you know, it's, like, shocking because it's a new habit that he has to develop of not living without you. And he's scared. He's willing to live without you, but he just is uncomfortable with it. And this uncomfort is manifesting itself through his friends and through his family. So, you need to stand up for yourself, and you need to block all the peepholes, all the whatever metaphor I use. Did I say peepholes? Loopholes. Same freaking thing. So, that's it. And then after that, you'll be on the road to recovery, and you'll be good in no time. And that's pretty much all I gotta say. Thank you again for the compliment. And honestly, if this guy's really worth it, he's gonna reach out to you. Even if you block him off everything, he'll reach out to you. He'll come to your house. He'll write you a letter. He'll contact your parents. He'll do whatever it takes to get back to you if he realizes that second kind of wanting back. The I'm in love with you, I need you. But if you do, like, if you block all the loopholes, like social media, friends, family, then it'll... What am I trying to say? In order to get to, like, the second kind of moving on, you have to be able to get through the first kind of moving on. And if you block the first kind of moving on by blocking all the loopholes, if he's worth it, he'll jump over it and come to your front door with flowers. He'll email your parents. He'll call your parents. He'll call your house phone. He'll show up at your school. He'll do whatever it takes if you block him off of everything. But you need to see what he's going to do. But you shouldn't block him off of everything to see what he's going to do. You're going to block him off of everything to prove to him that you don't need him, that you're fine without him, that you're fine without a boyfriend, and that you really don't need him to function in life. Boys are just like, they're arm candy, you know? A woman needs a man like a fish needs a bicycle. They're just accessories, in my opinion. Loving is nice. Love is really fun, but at this age, it's definitely not a necessity. So, that's pretty much all I need to say. I promise you, if he's the right man, he will find a way. And don't worry. Don't tell yourself, oh, what if I, like, block him and block his friends and he won't come back? Well, you did yourself a favor, didn't you? Thank yourself later. Alright, guys. I'm going to try to get through the rest of these requests, but I'm also very tired. So if I don't get through all of them, I promise I will eventually. Thank you so very much. Send requests to the contacts down below. And that's pretty much it. Have a happy spring. Bye.